Hi, welcome to Yoga with Natalie. Today we are working on warrior strength, but we're making sure to warm up very well first because it's winter and also this is one of our first classes of the year. So we're going to start in child's pose, coming down to our mat. We're going to bring our knees mat distance apart or wherever is comfortable for you. Toes close together or touching, and walking the hands out in front, bringing the forehead down towards the mat. If this feels like too much of a stretch for you right now, you can place a block or a rolled up blanket between your forehead and your mat. And now I simply want you to just breathe. Feel the air coming in through your lungs and out again through the nose. I'll just ask you to mute yourselves when you get a chance. My mistake. Apologies. Taking this time to just give yourself a little pat on the back. You made it onto your mat. That's the hardest bit done. Another big inhale and noticing your ribs going outwards, trying to push them out. And with your next inhale, coming up to tabletop. Spreading your yogi fingers wide and making sure your shoulders are under your wrists. Your knees are under your hips. And slowly let your stomach just go down, 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 lifting your chin up nice and gently for the first cow of the day. And then cat, chin to chest, round the spine. Cow, drop the stomach a little deeper this time and lift the chin. Look up towards the ceiling. Lovely stretch. And cat. Chin to chest, round the spine, press up between the shoulder blades. Cow, drop the stomach, lift the chin. And cat, chin to chest, round the spine. Good. And another one. Cow, drop the stomach, lift the chin. Cat, chin to chest, round the spine. Tabletop. Lifting the right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Trying to stack one shoulder over another. Really go for that lovely stretch. And with the exhale, bring the right arm through the hole you've created on your left side. Bring your right ear to the mat and breathe. Hips are high. Inhale, right arm all the way up again. And then back to the mat with the exhale. Other side, left arm up. Really stretch up towards the ceiling. And then thread it through the right side, left ear to the mat. Breathe. Hips are high, bum in the air. That's it. Lovely. And left arm all the way up again. And left hand back to the mat. Cow, dropping the stomach, lift the chin. Cat, chin to chest, round the spine. Cow, drop the stomach, lift the chin. Cat, chin to chest, round the spine. Tabletop. Now, puppy dog pose. We're going to walk the hands out in front and bring the forehead to the mat. If this is too much of a stretch on the shoulders, you can put your forehead on a block. Really handy, those yoga blocks. They should be in all the shops now because it's January in the middle aisles. Okay, and then walking the hands back. Nice. Let's settle back down into child's pose. Heels, perhaps grazing. The bum might be grazing the heels. Maybe it's a bit further away. Your knees are out nice and wide. So this is called extended child's pose. Extended child's pose. And I like it because it gives us space as a woman just to get our chest down towards the mat. Breathe. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Make sure you take that nice big inhale to make it so we don't get a little bit dizzy or anything. And tabletop, thinking about your tabletop neutral position. Are my yogi fingers nice and wide? Have I spread them all out as much as possible? Are my hips directly above my knees? Are the fronts of my foot, my feet, again, are touching the mat. Okay, and ready. Kind of a relaxed stomach, not too tense. Then lower the stomach down, lift the chin for cow. Really go for it this time if you feel the warmth. Cat, chin to chest, round the spine. Cow, drop the stomach, lift the chin. Big inhale. Cat, chin to chest, round the spine. Exhale. Cow, drop the stomach, lift the chin. That's it. Nice. And cat, chin to chest, round the spine. Tabletop. Lifting the right arm up again, nice and fluid. This time you know where you're going. And exhale, right arm through, threaded through the left side, right ear to the mat. Feel that in the shoulder. Lovely one for shoulders. Right arm up, all the way up to the ceiling, and right hand back to the mat. Lovely. Left arm up, stretching all the way up. Looking up at that left hand, threaded through the right side, left ear down towards the mat. And left arm up. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Left hand on the mat. Cow. Drop the stomach, lift the chin. Cat. Chin to chest, round the spine. Cow. Drop the stomach, lift the chin with the inhale. That's it. And cat. Chin to chest, round the spine. One more big one. Really drop the stomach. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Chin up. Feel the shortening of the back of the neck. And cow. Drop the, chin to chest. Round the spine, back to tabletop neutral position. Walk the hands forward for puppy dog pose, keeping the hands quite shoulder distance apart and just stretching those yogi fingers really wide, really long. Looking for a lot of length in those arms, feeling in the shoulders. You don't need to feel it too much now because this stretch, this pose is doing a lot more than you think. Keeping the hips over the knees. With the next inhale, coming back to tabletop. Looking down at your yogi fingers and turning your toes over. Now look back at those yogi fingers and take one step forward with your hands. Your toes are turned over and lift your knees off the mat and meet me in down dog. Our first down dog of the day, so go for that stretch if you wish, pressing the heels down towards the mat, enjoying that stretch. We're trying to enjoy that stretch depending on how you feel today. And pedaling out the knees, left knee and then right knee. So we're straightening the left leg while we're bending the right knee, straightening the right leg when we're bending the left knee. Just alternate and enjoy. Maybe you can feel down your calves or your hamstrings, pressing the chest towards the legs and coming to stillness for a moment, feeling that in the shoulders, Yogi fingers nice and wide. Breathe. Walking the feet forward to behind the hands, keeping your feet at hip distance, and then grabbing opposite elbows for ragdoll pose. Keeping a nice gentle bend in your knees, knees nice and soft. Let the head hang and just bobbing here. That's it. Lovely. Breathe. Slowly letting go of your elbows, letting them hang down naturally. And inhale, coming all the way up, bringing your arms up over your head, palms to touch, looking all the way up to the ceiling, and bring your arms down. Shake it out. Well done. Lovely. Have a sip of water if you wish, if you feel like you need it. I'm putting some wood on the fire. And meeting me in mountain pose at the top of your mat. So, a mountain pose are feet are slightly apart. Some people like to get the toes touching and the heel slightly apart. If that's uncomfortable or feels strange for you, don't worry about it. Okay, so your feet are together, not hip distance apart. They can be, though, it's no problem either. And we're going to bring our shoulders over our hips, pressing the chest out in front, looking straight forward, and bring the palms of the hands. So we're rotating at the shoulders to have our palms of our hands facing outwards. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Standing proud, looking up, straight up ahead of you, just a little bit more than is comfortable. And inhale, arms up over your head. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Look at the right thumb. Inhale, arms up over the head. Look at the thumbs. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Look at the left thumb. Inhale, arms up over the head. Look at the thumb. Exhale, mini back bend, cactus arms. Press your chest up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the ceiling. Feel the bend in the upper back rather than the lower back. Inhale, arms up over the head and stretch, stretch, stretch as much as you can towards the ceiling. And let's swan dive all the way down to the mat. Bending the knees, softening those beautiful knees, and inhale, straighten for forward lift. So straight back, straight legs, looking straight ahead. And inhale, hands on the mat, walking the feet all the way back to high plank. Coming into high plank, so it's like we're standing, but we're not. So that's how straight we want our bodies. When you've had enough of plank, especially for the first one, gently lower your knees down one at a time. See if you can just hold this in knee plank just for a little bit longer before releasing and letting your body down very gently onto the mat until your body is flush on the mat. Turn the toes over. So if you were wearing toe nail varnish, that it would be smudged. Lifting the chest up off the mat, looking forward. Just lift the chest ever so slightly for mini cobra, looking straight ahead. Now look back down at the mat again. It's really important for this transition, especially in winter with colder bodies. Turn the toes back over and press yourself up off the mat. You'll find yourself in kind of an elongated tabletop and then up into down dog. Breathe. Noticing how your body feels in this down dog compared to the first one. Maybe you don't notice any difference. Maybe you feel, oh, actually, not as tight as it was. Walking the feet forwards. Halfway lift. Exhale, lower back down again. Inhale, arms up over your head, palms to touch. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Good, nice. Shake it out. Now, this next time we're going to come into our warrior sequence, okay? So we will be going via chaturanga, which is what we just did. If you're not really happy with that, so we're going to be doing this. I'll just show you. So when we get to down dog, we're going to be lifting free leg and coming in, okay? And like this. But if that's too much, you can come back up, stand up straight, and take a step forward, okay, into your warrior two. Okay, so let's go. Looking straight ahead, chin up, shoulders over the hips, palms of the hands facing outwards. This time we're going to do the same thing that we did already, but a bit the other side. You'll see in a moment, don't worry. Inhale, arms up over your head. Look up at the thumbs. This time it's going to be right arm back, left arm forward. Look at the right thumb. Inhale, arms up over the head. Left arm back. Look at the left thumb. Arms up over the head. Cactus arms, press your chest up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, arms up over the head. Stretch, stretch, stretch all the way from the hips to the thumbs. And then swan dive down. Press the chest onto the thigh. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, hands on the mat, walking the feet all the way back to high plank. Lowering one knee down at a time and lowering all the way down to the mat. Flip the feet over, lift the chest up, mini cobra. Lowering back, looking back down at the mat, turning the toes over. Transition is so key here to protect the lower back. Meet me in down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg as high as it will go this morning without discomfort and bring it all the way through until you can get it in between your hands. You can use your hands to bring it a bit closer, a bit further. Now look back at that back leg. Okay, and I want you to think about hopping it in until it's comfortable that you can get it flush on the mat. Swing it up into warrior two. Now turning the back foot so it is parallel with the short side of the mat. And the front foot is parallel with the long side of the mat. Brilliant, lovely. So the front leg is really the one that is doing a lot of work. They both are, but the front leg is bent. We're looking for a nice 90-degree angle someday. A lovely stretch in the inner thighs. The back leg, we have to protect that knee. So really think about lifting that kneecap in the back leg and breathe. Warrior two. Holding the shoulders over the hips. That's it. Lovely. Arms really strong, like you could hold buckets of water in either hand, protecting the wrists. That's how strong I want you to think about those arms. Reverse warrior. Right hand, face the palm upwards. And then bring it gently over towards the back of the room. Left hand down on top of the left thigh. Breathe. It's a nice C shape over the head. Back to warrior two. Nice. And a side angle, right arm down to right thigh. Look up and over with the left hand, stretching. So we have a lovely straight line from the left fingers to the left edge of the foot. And back to warrior two. Beautiful. Now slowly turn the right toes in to meet, to go in the same direction as the left toes. Inhale, arms up over the head, look at the thumbs. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at the thighs, bringing the head down, placing the hands in between the feet if it feels good to do so. Some people, if you've been practicing a while, you might want to grab your feet or your big toes if you are Bikram orientated, the outside edges of your feet. I like to just place my hands in between my direct shoulder distance on the mat, flush on the mat in front of me. Breathe. Softening the knees, inhale halfway up and exhale all the way up. Warrior two on the other side. So this time, our left foot is going to be parallel with the long side of the mat. The right foot is going to be parallel with the short side of the mat. Breathe. A nice 90-degree angle is what we're kind of like, it's good to have it in your head that this is what we're looking for on the left leg. Breathing here. And then turn the left palm of the hand upwards, stretching back for reverse warrior. Right hand back on the right leg, on the back leg, I should say. And inhale, back to warrior two. Side angle, left arm on top of the left leg, and then right arm up and over. Stretch, stretch, stretch from the right fingertips down to the right edge to the edge of the right foot. Breathe, head up, lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale, arms back to warrior two. Straighten the left foot. Heel toe, the toes in. Stay where you are. You're okay. Inhale, arms up over the head. And exhale all the way down. One more forward fold. Breathe. Maybe you feel like going deeper on this forward fold. Maybe you feel like softening. Read your body and do what you feel is best for you right now. Inhale, soften the knees and start coming halfway up. And put your hands on the mat in front of you or on blocks in front of you. Bend your knees until you can get your hands on the mat. And then heel toe, your feet in towards each other until they are hip distance apart. Grab opposite elbows in ragdoll pose, letting your head hang. And inhale, slowly coming up. Shaking it out. Good, lovely. Coming to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up over the head, look at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, let the head hang. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going down to cool down. Hands on the mat, walking the feet gently back and lowering right down to the knees straight away. If you feel like firming up your core, you can hold your core strong and going down, flush to the mat with control, turning the feet over and lifting the chest up. Inhale, exhale, coming down. This time we are going to stay from tabletop and go into child's pose. Breathe. And noticing how you feel compared to your first child's pose of the day. Inhale, coming up to tabletop and keep walking those knees forward, swinging your feet to the side and coming into a seated position on your mat. And if all those instructions seemed a bit too much, just come to sitting on your mat in any way, which way you want to. Put your hands on the back of the thighs and lower down with control until your whole back is on the mat. Wrap your arms around your legs. Bringing your legs into your chest, I should have said. It's automatic for me, so I don't think of it sometimes. So bring your legs into your chest and wrap your arms around your legs for a lovely self-care hug. Your lower back should be on the mat. Placing the right hand on top of the left knee and gently drawing the legs over to the right. Bringing the left arm out long and looking at the left thumb. Breathe. Chin towards the left shoulder. If this is too much of a stretch, you can rest a pillow or cushion or block in between your knees or under the knee that's flush on the floor. Just relaxing here. Slowing the heart rate down. Soaking up all the goodness that you have just given your body today. The next inhale, slowly bringing the left leg and then the right leg back to center. Being mindful of the lower back and the shoulders. Wrap your arms around your legs again. Self-care hug. You can grab opposite wrists, opposite elbows. If that isn't available for you today, you can grab the backs of your thighs. It's not about the legs. It's about the lower back. So we really want to try and massage out that lower back. Left hand on top of the right knee. Draw the legs over to the left. Right arm out long. Look at the right thumb. Breathe. So same thing, just the other side. Cushion is you can use a cushion here or a block either. This is quite an intense twist, but also a lovely one. Inhale, legs back to center. And coming into another self-care hug or a happy baby pose. And when you're ready, stretching your legs long for Shavasana. Legs are long. Maybe you're putting a bolster or a rolled up blanket under your knees. Let the toes fall out to either side of the room. So opposite sides of the room, I should say. Arms are further away from the body than usual. Palms are facing up. Bring your chin, if you feel like it, bring your chin into your chest. So lifting your head and then lowering it down slowly again. That'll just elongate the back of your neck a little. And breathe. Grabbing any blankets or socks on your way down. As the body shifts from action to stillness, it naturally cools down. So use as many props or blankets that you need. Take a deep breath in now, and as you exhale, feel yourself letting go into the support of the mat, sinking in. Release tension from the shoulders. Release tension from the jaw. Each breath, feel your body release tension, expanding into that cozy cocoon of increasing warmth. Body supported, body can rest. Awareness continues on. Slowly wriggling your fingers and your toes. Gliding your feet up the mat and bringing your legs into your chest. Bringing your whole body over to the right into a fetal position. If you wish to stay here or indeed go back to Shavasana, you're very welcome to do so. Left hand on the mat, pressing it up, your body up into an easy seated position, whatever that looks like for you today. Hands on top of the knees, palms facing up, or hands into prayer pose. The light and love in me honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today for yoga with Natalie. Natalie.